Hey, coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Today's episode, we're going to be looking at packaging your run game with your quick game. Before we get started, though, let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping. All right, be sure that you are liking, subscribing, and sharing the channel. Share it with everybody you know, okay? I'm going to add to the end of this and probably put it in the, definitely put it in the comments below, things I have available at Football Talk with Coach Chip, totally free of charge. You just send me the receipts where you shared or subscribed to the channel. I got a practice schedule, which you can use as a template. It's specific for small schools that have kids going both ways, which the vast majority of coaches are, as we've covered here before ad nauseum. And also, don't forget our books. We've got the playbook and we've got the buck book. And I'm currently working on some other things. Got them things going pretty good. Going to be getting out of school here in a few days. Going to free me up with some time and to go ahead and make this announcement, put it out there on the interwebs, all out there in cyberspace. This is the official end of my classroom career. I figured 37 years of teaching history, government, economics, and everything else that falls under a social science teaching certificate. I've done my share, but I'm going to stay active in coaching. I've got me a gig up the road from where I live. It's a very, very elite private school that made an offer I couldn't refuse. They're going to pay me just to coach football. And that, my friends, is heaven on earth for an old football coach. I keep saying I'm not going to say I'm old, I'm older. All right, that's good stuff. Hey, we're right on 2 minutes of this thing. Let's get started with packaging your run game with your quick game. Let's get after it. All right, now packaging your run game with your quick game really is not that difficult. Once you get your run game installed and you got your quick game installed, all you got to do is figure out what routes do you like to run and then you trust your quarterback to throw. And once you teach your quarterback leverage, and I'm going to link up below the episode on leverage and how to teach your quarterback to read pre-snap leverage. Okay, and once you've done that, it's just as easy as it's just getting out there and showing him where the leverage is and giving him, trusting him, giving him the ability to do it. So what you would do, and I was talking to last week I was talking to a D1 guy. You know, it's that time of year. I'm uh, recording this during the spring, was when the college guys are out recruiting and all that, and they love to talk ball, especially the young ones. That's why I love those young college coaches. They love to talk ball. And he was telling me when he was and with Heupel at Missouri and at UCF before he went to Tennessee, that a lot of what looks like RPO for them, okay, really was pre-snap in the sense they had a run called, okay, but they also had a quick game attached to it. Now, before I get into how I would do it, and not how they do it, but from after talking to him, how I do it, and we've already started working on it with our kids, and we've done something similar in the past, but the way they did it was a little bit simpler, I think. Over here, I got multiple routes drawn just so what you could do. You're going to pre-snap this guy on this side and pre-snap this guy on this side over here. Now, what you're going to do, you got a slant, hitch, or just what I call the smoke, the fast feet, fast hands, catch the ball right here based on what you're good at. What's your quarterback throw? And of course, when you elect to throw this one because this cat's playing all the way in here and can't help the corner. So you got a corner playing 6 to 8 yards off over here on this side and an outside backer that's far enough in that he really can't help. Okay, you can just take the snap, stand up, throw the football. Take one step, or no steps, or how you run your quick game, and throw the football. I would tell the running back, I'd have a call saying, "Hey, dude, me," so that he won't collide with you, and then he can just go straight ahead like that. But what I'm talking about doing, that's easy, and we've talked about that on other episodes of Football Talk with Coach Chip. By the way, if I sound a little stopped up, I've been working in the yard. It's that time of year, y'all. Allergy season. All right, it's still the same me. I'm just a little stopped up. Now we're running power here, but what I want to look at is this over here. Can this guy fall in and help make a play if the power bounces out to here? Okay, what do you do? You see, that's the $1,000, $1,000,000 question. So what do you do to fix that situation, to alleviate that problem, to allow people, and they got 6 in the box. We can't let them put half in the box and half in the box, which, if you add, that's 7 in the box. And you ain't got 5 or 6 to block them, depending on whether or not, you're 3x1, 2x2, or in this case, you got a sniffer. They still got you outnumbered. And this is not accounted for. So what do? It's real simple. You say, well, I don't want an RPO. Okay, I don't want an RPO for whatever reason. Like a lot of my subscribers and faithful viewers, are at small schools and they don't have the time to rep up the RPO, or for whatever reason they're not big on the RPO. That's great. That's fine. Because like I said, this guy was telling me what they do. It's really simple, and this year I'm going to have a young quarterback, and I may do this with him eventually because, heck, he's so young, he's never heard of RPO. And I asked him what it meant. He said, I don't know, I never heard of it. He can throw it, but he don't know stuff. So, you got to crawl before you walk, and you got to walk before you can run. And this is what they did, or what they do. I guess they still do it. I don't know. They make a call, whether it's a color or whether it's some kind of code, to the line, and it also alerts the back. So what the quarterback will do, he'll look out over here. Can this guy make a play? So if he can, and you're worried about getting illegal man downfield, and that's what a lot of guys, you make the call. I'm going to use a generic term, stay. You come up with a call that your kids will get, and it could be anything. Like I said, it could be a color. It could be red, blue, pink, black, white. It could be something like a code word, like Omaha. That's a good Peyton Manning word. And what that tells them, it tells these two right here, since we're working power, A-gap power is the play I got drawn up, tells them don't combo to the mic. Don't come off to the mic unless the mic blitzes. Okay, he inserts, then you can come off. But don't combo to the mic. Just double team the crap out of this 3 technique. And it tells your wrapping guard, he's going to wrap and into the gap and sit. And if this guy fires and comes, you get him. Or if the mic even fires right here and comes, you can get him. In other words, he's not going down the field. Everybody else is cool, especially in high school football, as long as they're engaged. And they're not going to drive a guy far enough down the field to get that called anyway. I've never had a man downfield call, ever. And that's no exaggeration, on a lineman blocking a lineman. Now, I've had a few where they come off. That's why you need to stress sticking with your blocks to your kids. They come off and they're standing 5 yards down the field. Yeah, but I've never had it called. I've never seen it called in a high school football game, okay? And you think about all the film I've watched, and of course RPOs ain't been around that long anyway, so let's say last 5, 6 years since RPOs have become all the rage in high school ball, I haven't seen that called. So you get those kids, but you just alert them with a call, a color, a code. Omaha means stay. I'm just making that up. And it tells them to stay, and tell your quarterback and your tailback, so tailback heard the call too, to go through it. Tell that tailback, hit that thing wide butt open. He knows that this guy's going to be squatting in the gap right here, okay, the guard, so he can hit that thing right over here, and draw these guys up, and probably even this guy here is out here 50-50, let's say. He sees that. Tell that quarterback, stick it in his belly and ride that thing, just like he's keeping it. Take one step back off of the mesh and hum that. Now, I drew up slant out. I like the slant out on this, and I'll tell you why. Because if he's inside right here, heck, if he's inside right here, he's 2/3 of the way out. Okay, there he is, head up. In that case, you're going to run the cockeyed thing. All right, right here, it depends on your quarterback. Okay, and here's the deal. If you're wrong, let's say they're baiting you. He's kind of out here bouncing around, and they know they study film too. Okay, last time I checked, those guys have got huddle and quick cut and whatever else they're using, and they've been watching film, and they know you do it, so they're going to do this right here, play around, and your guy goes ahead and makes the call, then I'm going to throw it, boom, and throw it right here. This guy comes flying out here like that to undercut the speed out. The slant's wide open, boys. Smoke them if you got them. You follow me? So it's a good situation because what you're doing, talking about that corner 6 to 8 off, Okay, he's playing true cover three, three deep. Right here, you're going to drive off hard, just like you're doing a slant, and make that break right in here, reading that inside, whatever the angle is, he's going to make that break on that slant, okay? And the killers of slants, as y'all well know, are inside backers, undercutting right here. You make a good ball fake in here, stick that in his belly, there's nobody going to undercut that slant. You follow? And so that's why I love this concept right here. You pre-snap your quick access throws. And what you do, you got them on both sides. I messed up, put him out here and left him there. Okay? You got them on both sides, but you can come over here with it or you can come over here with it. Now remember, if you throw it to the offside, there's no ball fake. There's no run fake. You just step back, boom, throw it now. You're going to throw it to the play side. Okay? And this guy here is wanting to play. And I've told you before, old proverb, man who have two girlfriends have no girlfriend. In other words, he's trying to play both sides of the fence. He ain't on neither side of the fence. And he's out here, you got to make that joker wrong. And here's the whole concept. You're trying to clean up the box. The whole principle behind the concept is make his butt get out here and play pass defense. And most teams, the outside linebackers are really good athletes. They're hard hitting, good tackling safety types, or a big corner type. Okay? They're good athletes. You don't want good athletes in here messing with your run game. So what you do is you make them get out of the box, get away from it, and now you've got a doable, blockable box. Okay? So that's it for this episode. It's packaging your run game with your quick game. Any questions, look down below. My email address will be there. Hit me up. Those of y'all that have done it know I will respond. Okay? And I try to check it, every day. It's Seagle.chip, SEAGLE.chip@gmail.com. Don't forget, we're at Football Talk with Coach Chip. Okay? And also, it's at Chip Seagle on Twitter. And I will talk to you. You can DM me. You can email me. You can comment down below. Look down below in the comments for some links to some related videos that I've done in the past, especially the one on leverage and the ones on power, the different ways I run power. And you can do this with either, you can do it with buck, you can do it with counter. Okay. Somebody may ask the question, why are you worried about the backside? Because if you allow this joker to stay in here, then he's taking away your counter. When you want to come back and run your counter right here, he's a fall-in guy. You got nobody to block that joker. Okay, you're going to get a kick on the end. You're going to get a wrap right here to will. Okay, there's nobody to block that joker. He's going to fall in. So you got to make him, and if you can get two to cover one, or at least get him out there halfway where he can't fall in and make the play in here like this, okay, then you're winning. But the whole principle behind my philosophy behind throwing the football, especially quick game and screens, and the RPO deal, is to clean up the box. It's a lineman's best friend. All these guys, just run the ball, run the ball. Yeah, that's all fine, guys. Okay, I understand you know football, but can you comprehend math? 8 versus 6 is not good. 7 versus 6 is better, but it still ain't good. It's all about math. It's all about the numbers. The whole principle behind throwing this, doing what I'm talking about doing, packaging your run game with your quick game, is to give your lineman a blockable box. And so people aren't saying, man, that line ain't blocking anybody. Well, yeah, they are blocking somebody. There just ain't enough of them to block all them bodies. Make those jokers play honest. Get them out of the box. Okay? And again, this speed out, that's damn near uncoverable if he's playing inside. Okay? And if that corner comes hauling his butt down in here to take away the speed out, your slant should be there. Okay? Your slant should be there. And if they hit it just right, he drops in here and he comes flying up to take away this. Next time we run it, I'll be running fade out. And that's so we can break his butt of sucking eggs. All right. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for subscribing to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Hit me up. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I love it. Don't forget the big book of bucks. Don't forget the playbook. I got a umpteen freebies. All you got to do is say, hey, coach, Here's the proof. I shared your page on my Twitter. I shared your page on my Facebook. Look at this email I sent to all my coaching buddies. Take a screenshot of it, send it my way. I'll send it to you just because I want to share. I was speaking to a group, a Rotary group this morning, just talking football with them. They wanted me to come in and just talk a little football with them, tell a few stories, how these men love to do football. And I was just telling them, I said, one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing with my Coach Chip stuff is because when I was that age, nobody really did that for me. I had a guy an older guy that helped me out a lot, but it wasn't like somebody just like reaching out and saying like, "Hey, I'll help you." And again, I'm not a guru. I'm Farmers Insurance. I know a lot because I've seen a lot. All right, until next time, y'all know what Coach Chip's about to say. Be elite.